I gotta mute my phone. This has all just been... All right, I'll just restart. Hey, welcome to Snackdown. I'm Justin, and this is...
Andy!
Woohoo! So...
It took a lot of takes, by the way, everyone, for just getting into that one.
Yeah, we tried a couple things, and it
Really
all kind of
planned
failed.
out. Yeah. We're really getting explorery. So what are we doing today, Justin?
So yeah, we were trying to figure out what we were going to do, so we kind of like went shopping together.
It was awesome.
And we went to the liquor store, and we figured, it's summer, and so why not continue with like some summery drinks? And, we did some local stuff last week, so we're going to stick with the local train right now. Woo woo!
All aboard! Yeah.
So, local summery cans of summer cocktails, I guess, kind of.
Yeah.
So what we're doing is Beak and Skiff, the apple orchard.
Mm-hmm. Tell us a little bit about them.
So Beak and Skiff has been around since 1911.
Mm-hmm.
And because they've been around since 1911, they now have 1911 branded hard ciders.
Mm-hmm.
And they've expanded the hard ciders into what we found today, some like summery cocktail type drinks.
Yeah. And we were kind of hesitant because it's like Beak and Skiff orchards, and we didn't want to get into like the cider. You know what I mean? To get into like the thick of like ciders. I think that might be
a fall thing,
if you will. It's almost like we're attributing like certain drinks to certain seasons. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Almost. It's just the fact that apples grow better.
Sure. Okay.
Yeah.
Just admit that I'm right.
We're not going to have vegetable day in the middle of winter.
Why not?
Because they don't grow in the winter.
That's true.
Corn on the cob, Snackdown in like January.
That'd be awful, I'm sure. That'd be really bad.
Yeah. So yeah, we're doing some 1911 stuff from Beak and Skiff. And I was looking at some of their history. So in 2001, they started doing the hard ciders.
Mm-hmm.
So that's been around for 18 years now?
They've been doing hard cider.
And then in 2010, they started doing their harder spirits.
Like vodka and gin and yeah.
And so they were the first in Onondaga County to have a distiller's license.
Wow.
And they were the first to produce gin.
I think I have had their gin. I don't think I've ever bought their gin, but I've definitely had it.
My brother just bought their bourbon.
They make bourbon?
They do now, yeah.
Have you had it or no?
Yeah, it's good.
Well, your apartment is heating up.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So let's get into this. So the first one we're going to do is what is it, Andy?
Thank you, Justin. It is a strawberry lemonade cocktail. Five generations of spirit in a can, okay. But it's got vodka with lemon, strawberry, and mojito, and natural flavors.
So there's 5 generations in the can?
I don't know what that means.
Is there ghosts in there?
Yeah, let's hear. You want to crack it open?
Yeah.
And if we don't hear any actual ghosts, Justin's going to edit.
And then, woo!
Oh, this is a Halloween episode. I guess we did get into fall with these. All right, you ready for it?
Yeah. There goes Grandpa.
No. There goes Generation 4. Pretty good pour.
It's a nice dark orange, maybe red, a burnt red, or a rust color.
Here, there's a little more there for you. Cheers. I really don't have like crazy high expectations. I really do regard 1911 drinks.
Yeah, I do like the hard ciders, but I think anytime you go into we haven't done cocktails in a can, but anytime you do kind of like a mixture of things, it's not the best.
It kind of goes back to like the beers that get a little too extra as well. Like this is like strawberry lemonade and mojito and,
Well, I feel like when you're making something in a can, you're not using like the best ingredients. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean?
So they said they capture the taste of perfectly ripe strawberries. This is on the back of it. Fresh lemonade. So they capture the taste of fresh lemonade, or it's got fresh lemonade in there. Anyway, and then and a hint of mojito flavor, which I do taste.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, there's a hint of mint.
It's
right?
good. Yeah, a little mint hint.
Hinto mint.
Yeah, apostrophe mint. Yeah. Hinto. With their 1911 vodka for good measure, they said. So, no, but it's good.
Like, it's got a real smell of mojito, too.
Yeah, it does.
Mojitos have vodka? Or no, gin?
Rum. Yeah, white rum.
We did a mojito episode, I don't remember. So I can definitely smell the mint.
Mm-hmm. Definitely the lemonade, definitely. I mean, it's actually pretty straightforward as to the flavors. Mm-hmm. They could have really bombed out on this.
The lemonade's pretty tart.
Yeah.
Which is kind of good, I guess. It's not too sweet. Mm-hmm. I mean, it's sweet. It's very sweet, but it's not like...
It definitely balances out like that strawberry flavor. Mm-hmm. It definitely is a little boozy, though. Like, I mean, like, kind of like you taste it as like being
Well, yeah, it's got some vodka in it, right? I also taste a little of that, like, poltergeist taste,
What's that?
Like the haunting of the 5 generations. Mm. So, yeah, it's pretty good.
Mm-hmm. I like it.
Oh, so here's a little story time. So before we were waiting for the drinks to cool in my freezer, because we just bought them, and so Andy was stringing my guitar.
Ugh.
I thought of a story, but we decided to save it for the pod. When I was playing in a band, we were playing a live show, and my guitar player's string broke mid-show, and he like didn't have the right string. And he yelled out to the crowd, "Does anyone here have a G string?"
Oh my God.
And then there was like an awkward pause, and then he like realized what he was asking.
And
it was like the crickets.
people like
and
looked
then,
down at their
one girl's
pants.
like, "Woohoo!"
Yeah. She was like the one that was like the girl in the crowd that was just like drunk.
Yeah.
Like what were the venues that you
I mean,
guys
that
played?
one was at a bar, I think.
Oh, okay. But you guys have like played it. I mean, like lots of punk shows are at like community centers and
Yeah, like
a cultural
what
center.
are those things called? Oh, American Legions.
Oh, American
Yeah, we
Legions.
played at American Legions. Yeah.
Like Syracuse used to have like Westcott Community Center. Like they used to have shows there all the time. I'm not sure if they still do.
Well, when you're playing that kind of music, it's hard to find a good venue because the good venues don't want you there. So like we used to play like hardcore. And like one time, every venue we would play at like kept getting shut down. In this place, we played a show there, and like some of the kids like ripped the sinks out of the bathroom.
Of course.
It's like, thanks guys, you ruined another venue.
And then we shut down Mohawk, whatever the place was.
Yeah, that crusty bar in Buffalo.
With like probably arguably like the most vanilla band you've been in.
That was like the closing act. But yeah, that club that we played at with the G string, I don't know if it was that show, but that was the show at the bar where they ripped the sinks out. And so then they didn't have shows there for a while. Then they started having shows there again. We went back and played there. And then the next day there was like a drive-by shooting. And then that was closed down permanently.
Like a shooting directed towards that bar?
Yeah.
No. Oh,
but there was
really?
like a hip-hop show going on at the time, so it was probably more...
It wasn't an attack against the venue?
No.
Wow.
I don't think so. But the people that owned the venue were probably like, we're done with
Nope.
this.
Yeah.
We tried.
We're moving to Florida.
We gave it the good old college try, and...
This is good. I like it.
Yeah, it's refreshing, especially in this hot apartment.
I would say if I were to drink this, I'm not going to say this again, but summertime. Actually, no, I could drink this pretty much any time of the year.
Yeah.
I would prefer ice cubes, though.
Really?
Yeah, I think ice cubes would kind of keep it cold, lighten it. It gets a little like syrupy as it warms up, which doesn't surprise me. I mean, it's just kind of, but it's really good.
What kind of drinks do you think is acceptable to put ice in and not ice?
You tell me. Let's go down that path.
Because I feel like...
Can this be like a game show? Do you have like a game show theme that we could do?
No, but like you put ice in soda.
Yeah, but let's start.
But you wouldn't
up.
put ice in... I mean, I've seen you put ice in wine, but to the general...
Dude, save it for off the pod, okay? all 500 of 502 listeners were just like, click. Well, you tell me. All right, so let's. Can I be the game show host for this?
Sure.
Okay, I'm back, and I'm your host, Cool Andy, and today we're going to be interviewing Justin and seeing if it's ice or not. All right, Justin, first question up. Gin, straight up gin, ice or not? You just seem to be making a yucky face. Okay, let's move on to the next one.
I would say no.
No ice. That's barbaric.
I think drinking straight gin is barbaric.
Okay, that was just a dummy round. White wine.
No.
Okay. Mojitos.
Yes.
Okay, you win. You win that round. All right, let's go for the lightning round with a situational. Okay, you're in the middle of the desert, and you have a box of ice, and then you have an IPA that's very lukewarm. Would you put ice in it to drink it?
No.
Okay, everyone, that's all the time we have. You sicken me. But it's like 120 degree.
Hot beer? I guess if it was hot, yeah.
Yeah, hot. Oh, I said lukewarm.
Oh, see?
What's lukewarm in the desert, though?
But see, I'll drink room temperature beer. IPAs.
Would you?
Mm-hmm.
Sick.
If the beer is good, like a good tasting beer.
No, we're back. Actually, we're back in the game show. What about a shandy?
I wouldn't drink shandy.
Excuse me? All right, we're out of the game show. For real now. You really wouldn't drink a shandy?
I don't like shandy.
And just to be clear.
I feel like this is how they invented the shandy. Someone had like a beer,
and
someone else at the table had lemonade. And
no,
like,
don't do like that we ran it into each other.
No,
this isn't a Reese's commercial.
The waitress came over, refill, and she poured it into the wrong glass. She was like, no, you poured lemonade into my beer. It's pretty good.
This was the Reese's commercial. You did the same thing. That's not... I think it's like an old European drink, honestly. Either
It
that or
definitely
a carny
originated in
drink.
Europe.
Oh, okay. Okay.
I think it's like an English thing.
Interesting.
I'm pretty sure.
You always hear about like that, like the pink lemonade story?
No.
I don't know. And maybe came from like a commercial, which is like great because, some commercial like led me to believe that. All right. So like the image that I have in my head or the story that I have in my head, and I don't know where this came from. And everyone has stories like this. Was that it came from some circus person washing their like red and white pants in lemonade? Am I making this up? Why?
I've never heard
Why?
of a drink originating from someone washing their pants.
Why is it pink lemonade then? What's the point?
I was just going to ask, what is the pink?
I don't know. Are you Googling?
Yeah. It is just pink dye.
Yeah. But what's the origin? Dig deeper. Don't just tell me it's pink dye. I know it's pink dye.
If the origin is like some clown washing his pants,
I swear to God,
gonna...
you owe me like $20. Circus.
It's a circus thing, but it's not pants. Alot, I don't know who that is believed to have invented pink lemonade after accidentally dropping red-colored cinnamon candies in a vat of traditional lemonade. Adhering to the old circus adage, the show must go on, Alot simply sold the pink-hued beverage as is.
So circus, huh? That's like not bad, right? That wasn't like terribly far off. A quarter right.
I would say at best a quarter right.
Wow. Ouch.
Somebody washing their pants.
As the youth say, oof.
Interesting, though. How did we get on pink lemonade? I don't know. This is good, though.
Yeah.
It's refreshing. Yeah, so back to the desert. I have drank like room temperature lukewarm beer. It's not as refreshing, but I think if it's a good enough beer, at least an IPA, I don't know if like a stout or something like that would hold up, but I'll just drink it warm.
That's disgusting.
But if it's like a Coors or a Bud Light or something like that I don't really like in general, I think those have to be cold for you to enjoy it. Because the whole point of it is like they're refreshing, kind of.
I agree. Yeah, I agree.
Like, like their commercials are all about how cold it is.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
I know, right. You're like, you can't even taste it.
Yeah, it's like it's so cold. They're just like...
I completely agree with that. They're like, the mountains are blue. Drink up, suckers.
Yeah, like if it gets warm, even they don't want it, and they make it.
Yeah.
But, like I've had some IPAs and stuff that, are lukewarm. Mm-hmm. And I can still enjoy the flavor of it. It's not like refreshing, like I said, but...
I gotta say, this is hitting me a little bit.
Yeah, we got 2 more to go.
So
we do. So, I think this would be really good if somehow you could
add rum
have it frozen. Like if you put this in a blender with ice maybe, and then blended it into like a frozen one. Although that would just make it watery, right?
Maybe not watery.
But I feel like this in like a frozen slushy kind of thing would be delicious.
You could use that as like a base almost. You know what I mean? You could add other stuff to it.
I'm imagining this in like a wine slushy context.
Right.
Like, what do you do with a wine slushy?
Drink it.
Yeah, I just had a wine slushy, actually.
Did you?
Yeah.
Without me? Like today?
No, not today. I went to that's a good opportunity. I went to
Is that what you were drinking out of that bag earlier?
Yeah. I went to the Renaissance Festival last weekend.
Did you?
Yeah.
Is this another story time?
No, not really. It's just a statement.
Usually when people say they went to the Ren Fair, they have a story. You know what I mean? It was uneventful.
I ate a lot of beef jerky. There was like a guy that was walking around selling beef jerky. And every time I saw him, I was like, I gotta get more. And it was like, it's like a big square.
Dude, that guy was scouting you towards the end.
And so like every time I'd go up to him, he's like, enjoy your sheet of meat, sir.
Sheet of meat doesn't sound appealing.
Oh, it was good though. I enjoyed it heartily. And I had some
Enjoy
beers.
your meat sheet.
Yeah. I had some beers, and then I ended it with a wine slushy. And then I was very dehydrated.
Did you even have a turkey leg?
I did have a turkey leg.
Oh, thank God.
I had a turkey leg.
Otherwise, are you really going to a Renaissance fair?
I had a turkey leg, and then sheets of meat.
Meat sheet.
And then I had some beers.
Meat sheet sounds like contaminated
I had
meat.
2 large flower powers.
Oh, nice.
And then a wine slushy. And it was white, red, or mix. Had to get the mix.
For the wine slushy. Mm-hmm. Well, you want to get into the next one? Or do we not want to?
Yes, it's getting very hot.
Yeah, it is getting hot in here.
It's not even that hot of a day out here.
I got to say, just podcasting alone, I'm looking forward to a little cooler weather. Mm-hmm. Just in terms of podcasting alone. Yeah. And no one will ever hear me say that in any other context.
I actually think it's cooler outside than it is in my apartment right now.
It's probably true.
Okay, so let's get into the second one then.
All right, we'll see you in a little bit.
All right, a little break.
And maybe a little Renaissance music.
All right, we are back, and I've got the second one. So this is another 1911 from Beak and Skiff. Another 5 generations in this, so we're up to 10 10 ghosts.
Wow.
The ghost tally.
And that's like just out of these. These couldn't have been family members. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
This must have just been like 5 generations of people like entrapped there at some point.
Like you apply and they're like, sorry, we have no positions available, but you can be in the can.
Yeah. They're like, how dedicated to your work are you? You're like, well, I don't know, pretty dedicated, I guess. I don't know. I don't know where you go from there. Before this episode degrades any further, what do we got?
All right, this is a Honeycrisp cocktail.
Okay.
Honeycrisp apples are my favorite kind of apples.
Can I tell you something?
What?
Out of all of like the apple world, I couldn't tell you what tastes like what at
So
all.
I have a Honeycrisp apple in there. We could eat a Honeycrisp. We can like take a bite out of one after this and see how that.
Okay. How it
Okay.
holds up.
Yeah.
That's fine. Yeah.
So we got Honeycrisp cocktail. So in this, there's 5 generations of spirits, and then vodka with lemon and apple natural flavors and fresh cider.
Nice. Well, we'll see how fresh it is because it's been.
It's weird that there's apple natural flavors and then there's cider.
Mm,
Like, did they need to add the apple?
probably.
So this is yellow.
I would say like the lemon just kind of enhances the crispness.
Yeah, this is really good. It's kind
subtle
of like
lemon.
a cider, only like a little bit citrusy.
Yeah, but not much.
I can't smell the lemon.
No, you're right. I can't smell it. I can taste it. It definitely like spritzes it up maybe a little bit.
Yeah, this is really good.
It's not carbonated though.
I think both of these.
Was the other one carbonated?
I don't think
I don't
so.
think any of these have been
Yeah,
carbonated.
I would say both of these, at least we've had so far, are very well blended.
And
Like,
yeah,
like the last one that wasn't. There's a hint of mint, but it wasn't too. And the lemon balanced the strawberry very well.
yeah.
And then this one.
It wasn't this like compressed flavor.
Yeah.
Like they were all dynamic, especially for being in cans. You know, it's pretty good.
Yeah, and this one, it's not 50-50 lemon and apple. They put enough
Right.
lemon in to like balance it and give it a little bit of flavor.
It almost has like a little bit of like a brown sugar flavor to it, but I'm not sure if that's just the apple, and it could very well be.
It could be, yeah.
Yeah, not like a molasses.
And then they
flavor,
make
but-
their vodka. I mean, there's vodka in here, right?
Yeah, it's got vodka.
And I think
in
they
there.
make their vodka with
apples.
apples, probably.
Yeah.
So the vodka probably has a little bit of a apple tinge to it too.
Have you ever made cider?
I have not. I've thought about it. I thought it was kind of interesting.
That's what we're gonna do this fall. It's gonna be a Snackdown special. So we've got wild apples in like the way back of our yard, and then my family has actually. I've got a little story time. Can I tell you a little story time? So Beak and Skiff, I'm not sure which one that my grandfather used to hang out with, but he hung out with one of the kids. It must have been the son of whoever started it in 1911, because my grandpa was born in, I want to say like 27 or 28. But he grew up in this area, and he used to hang out with one of either Beak and Skiff.
Is it like Mr. Beak and Dr. Skiff or something
Yeah,
like that?
yeah, Professor Beak, I presume. So my grandfather, in hanging out with him in his childhood, my grandpa had his own apple orchard like in adulthood. He started planting the apples, and he had like a little Christmas tree farm. He planted a bunch of dwarf apples probably when he was, I'm going to guess like 50. But he planted all those on, maybe 30 acres of apple trees or maybe less. But yeah, so we do apple trees. So, but there's still a lot of good apple trees there, and we've got a bunch of them near my house. And so it was used. It's a apple grinder and then a cider press, like a little mini like fruit press. That's definitely.
And
what
I've
we have
had
to
your
do.
cider before, and I like that.
Hard cider? Mm-hmm. I buy all my cider from Hollenbeck's in Cortland County. So we'll go into that a little more in the cider episode.
The cider episode, yeah.
You got
so
some-
I cut these up.
Ooh.
They're beginning to oxidize, so we should eat them.
Okay. Very ASMR. Doesn't taste anything like the cider that we're drinking.
No, maybe if I dip it in it.
Of course, though.
So, I mean, it's August. It's not the best time for apple, so these are probably...
Shipped in from wherever. And
Yeah, so these are not, and they're not the best ripe, but I love Honeycrisp apples.
It was good.
Yeah, it kind of complements the drink pretty well.
Yeah, I wonder why. So the last one didn't have any apples in it.
No, I guess other than they're like vodka.
Technically.
You don't have a favorite type of apple then?
No, I'm super inept with like types of apples. I don't know why. I just
But
never...
you liked Granny Smith though, right? Because you brought those in for the fondue episode.
Oh, okay. They're not a
The
favorite.
green one? Oh, they're not.
I think they were recommended on a website. How many, let me ask you this. How many varieties of apples are there?
A lot. Hundreds.
In the United
I would
States.
say. You want to look that up?
Yeah.
Are you ready for this?
Dun, 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 dun,
In the
dun,
U.S., there's 2,500 varieties of apples grown in the U.S.
Holy cow.
In the world, there are 7,500.
Interesting. What do you think the
But
variation
100
of-
apple varieties are grown commercially in the United States.
Okay. So we have a lot of like wild apples in our backyard, and it's evident that they were planted intentionally because they're on the edge of fields, but they're like probably very old apple trees, you know? So it's really cool to just like pick an old apple and be like, huh, like people were into this, you know, like this type of apple trees. So.
I've had wild apple trees in properties before. Usually they grow pretty small, don't they? Like your wild ones instead of like your maintained
Dude,
ones.
these ones grow a lot. Yeah.
Like big or
Yeah.
just a lot of them?
What?
Like a single apple, how big is it?
Pretty sizable, you know, medium to smaller size apple, but they're not like these like little,
Yeah, they're not like crab
they're not
apples.
ping pong balls. Yeah. They're like tennis ball.
But when you go to like I've gone to Beak and Skiff to pick apples and stuff. Sometimes they're like
big
softballs.
Yeah.
You know?
They're huge apples.
Yeah, so I don't know if they're bred that way or if
Yeah.
it's just because they're like
Irrigated. I would say they're definitely
they're just well
irrigated.
maintained instead of just like
they're well
growing.
maintained. They're pruned.
Yeah.
They're irrigated, I'm sure. But yeah, I mean, I think that's probably the big difference.
They're like gluttonous apples, like they're well fed and like
Yeah.
fat.
Yeah. They're thick of calf.
Yeah.
Yeah. Do apples have fat?
There's some fat in apples.
Oh, no.
0.3 G's.
Oh no. Yo, can I get a third of G of fat? Like, yeah, he's an apple.
Be careful with that new brand from
Oh
Portland.
yeah, that's a 0.4.
From Cornell, it's 0.4.
You're gonna get fat on the new apples.
These apples are going right to my hips. Yeah, so would you drink this on a beach, or do you think it's not as beachy?
Not as beachy as the last one. I wouldn't have it on a beach. I'd have it on a lake for sure.
What's the difference between a lake and a beach, in your
Ocean?
drink opinion?
Heat, probably a lot warmer. Smells, beach smell, like that salt of the beach smell, like it's overpowering. You can't just like have anything on the beach.
But so what would you have on a salty beach?
The first one, I totally have like the strawberry lemonade cocktail on the beach.
So because this one's more apple forward, you want it on a cooler.
Oh yeah, Adirondack-y. Yeah. All right, you want to get into the last one?
Yeah, let's take a break and we'll get into this last one here.
And
we are
back.
What shirt are you wearing?
I'm glad you asked. It's called a Gartman Model Bakery. So it's a bakery out of east of Cleveland in
Have
a
you
town
been
called
there?
Painesville. My family owns it.
Your family owns a bakery?
It's like my dad's aunt. So it's not my family, I get. No, they're my family. You know?
Will
Like,
they support us and like send us some baked items?
so they actually make really good German style cheesecake. Amazing cheesecake.
Okay, so this last one.
What is this last one, by the way?
So we were just commenting on how the can is nice. It's like a matte finish, so it's like textured, feels good in your fingers.
Yeah, it does feel nice. It feels like an expensive magazine. Nice. Right? Doesn't it?
Yeah, it does.
Cool. So this is tart pineapple with hints of mango. So it's the tropical premium small batch hard cider. So it is hard cider.
So that's a cider.
Yeah,
But it's
made
got
from
like a
100%
pineapple.
fresh cider, tree to can. Come on, gluten free.
They put like a spout in the tree and then right in the can.
And some guys just like picking the apple. They're like, "What the hell are you doing? You shouldn't be doing that." All right, I like these guys. Okay, you know why?
Why?
Because here's the description. Best enjoyed on a beach with friends. But if you're stuck in reality, okay. The sweet and tart characteristics of pineapple and mango will help transport you to the sand and salty air, okay? I didn't read this at all beforehand, but this is very, thank you. This just kind of confirms how I feel.
But this is cider though, and you said cider not good for beach.
Yeah, but I would say cider is probably just the base. You know, they even have ingredients on this.
The biggest label on there is tropical. It's like in a big...
Yes. The ingredients are fresh pressed cider, sugar, malic acid, natural flavor, and sulfites to protect freshness. It's lightly
keep the
carbonated.
ghosts inside.
To keep the ghosts inside. It's
Yeah.
lightly carbonated, and I'm not thinking that it's carbonated. I think those are the ghosts. Open! What are your
We're
smells?
free!
Yeah.
They're like helping you lift the can.
They're like, look at all this weird technology!
We're so pruny! Because I've been in the cider.
Oh, this smells good.
It does. It does smell tropical. I can definitely smell the pineapple.
But can you smell the beach?
Interesting. Not what I thought when I smelled it. It's pretty dry, right?
Mm-hmm.
Very pineapple forward on the nose. Not as much in the taste.
It doesn't look any more carbonated. I mean, maybe ever so slightly more carbonated than the other ones.
To me, this tastes closer to a wine.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it doesn't taste like a wine, but it tastes... closer to a wine than...
Like an apple wine, almost.
Yeah, that's what it tastes like to me.
Yet this is like the lowest ABV.
Yeah, but it's not what I was expecting. Because I don't taste hints of mango, do you?
No. This tastes the least like what they said it was.
Mm-hmm. This is 4 on the sweetness scale. 4 out of 6.
But you know what it is? It's actually 5 on the generation scale.
Yeah.
There was nowhere to go to the bathroom in there.
What gives it that tart flavor?
It's good though. I like it.
It is good. Yeah, like I like that it tends toward the drier side. Anytime there's like really, really sweet stuff in a can that's like drink on the beach, it's usually like just like a sugary
Thick.
mess. Yeah, it's
Yeah,
just
yeah,
like
yeah. I think you're spot on. I think you could drink this up till not lukewarm, but like, you know, like just a little bit of chill left, you know, and still be like, this is still pretty refreshing.
Yeah.
I guess I taste the mango. It's subtle. I would say the strongest flavors, though, would be pineapple, for sure, apple, and honestly, the sulfites. It kind of has that sulfite flavor to it.
I don't taste the mango at all.
It's subtle.
Maybe in the aftertaste, actually. As I'm putting the glass down, I kind of taste it on my tongue now.
So I attribute mango to having like a piney flavor to it. So maybe that. Like if you just kind of taste it and it's just like a little kind of like a tropical piney flavor, like, okay, that's the mango. I gotta say, I like mango flavor. I don't really like mango, just straight up mango. Does that make me a bad person?
It's kind of intense.
It is intense.
But I like it. Well, like when I was in Hawaii, I think I had mango every morning.
You've been to Hawaii?
Yeah.
Have we already been over this?
I think so.
No, I
I was in Maui.
So people are like, oh, have you guys been here? I'm like, I don't know. Justin probably has. As I say, like, bitterly. I don't know. Old wanderlust over here.
I feel like I haven't gone a lot of places, but then as we like continue to talk, and I'm like, when I was here,
you're like, wow,
maybe I
Andy's
have.
sheltered as hell, but I've been to a couple places. Yeah. I've been to like a sandals resort, like in one place, and I'm like, yeah, I'm pretty cool. Wear like the same like seashell bead necklace for the rest of my life. Sandals.
Man, we should do a sandal snack sometime.
What's a sandal snack?
Just we both just go to a sandals resort
and just have snacks. Yeah.
It's
like,
all inclusive.
Yeah, we could eat everything there.
Yeah, we could do
That'd
an
be
episode
a marathon
a day.
episode. That'd be a vlog. We would live stream that. Multiple.
We wear like Hawaiian shirts. And,
yeah.
See, you'd have to. It'd be a hard sell, I think.
Yeah.
Because Kaylin would want to go. People? So I think you'd sell her on the sandals, but you'd have to make sure she knew that I would be there for every meal recording. Hi, guys.
And like she'd have to like be on the pod.
Yeah. Or she'd have to go to Sandals Resort and eat by herself, which I'm sure she...
Right.
It'd be like a toss-up. Am I on the podcast or do I eat alone?
We'd see her like one table over.
Yeah.
And she'd be like, you doing all right? Because we're just over here just kind of working it. You know what I mean?
It'd be funny like if you didn't tell her and you get to the Sandals Resort. Oh, yeah, that's right. Justin's here, too. We were going to record some while we're here. I hope that's okay.
Also, honey, I have to have a GoPro strapped to my chest for the whole time. This is good. I like that.
This is good. So, like, which one was your favorite?
I gotta say, in terms of like drinkability, in terms of like summer drinkability, like heat drinkability, it would definitely be this one. This is the last one, the tropical, just because it is a little more crisp and drier. And then also it's because it's like, I mean, it's a pretty tall can, but it's only, what is it, 6% alcohol?
Yeah, they didn't have a smaller version of this.
No.
I think this one, since it's close to a wine, I think I could drink it all year.
Really?
Yeah. I think the other two lend themselves more to like summery drinks. Like they were very like fruity. Although the second one was very cidery.
Yeah, the second one was cidery, but it wasn't like Angry Orchard cidery. Mm-hmm. And it was like more like a cocktail that was kind of apple flavored, but it wasn't this like, it wasn't an artificial apple flavor.
Yeah.
Wow, that was
It wasn't like natural flavor. It was definitely made with like a...
apple.
Right.
And not just like generic apple. It was like one of the 100 commercial apples. Like it was Honeycrisp, right?
So, and I mean, like we said, it had like a brown sugar kind of flavor to it, and I think that was just it from it being apple.
Yeah, for sure. I like the first one because they had all these flavors on there, and you could pick them all out. You know,
you could pick them all out, and nothing
really
was too like it was very blended well.
Yeah, kudos to them. By the way, this is not sponsored by them.
No,
but
thank you for
Beaks.
the 15 ghosts that went into this.
Yeah.
So maybe this is sponsored by Ghosts?
This is sponsored by 15 Ghosts. That's actually...
15 Ghosts sounds like a
rap album?
Or like a... Like
wine bottle?
Yeah, you know there's like 19 crimes and you come up with like 15 ghosts?
Yeah. 15 Ghosts. Well, it was good.
Yeah, it was good.
Yeah, this was a good audible, I'd say.
Yeah, we were kind of like... We had a couple ideas that we were jumbling around, so we just like... We went shopping together.
Yeah.
I think it's the first time. we were like linking arms and skipping through the liquor store. And then
couples that shop together, pod together.
It's true.
So we were linking arms. Yeah, people didn't like that.
Skipping through the liquor store.
People didn't like that because we ended up just clotheslining a bunch of people.
There's like a trail of broken bottles and stuff behind us. And they're like, hey, you're paying for that.
Yeah, and I'm like, put it on our bill. We'll interview you on the pod. Which apparently is worth nothing to them.
They weren't impressed.
They were not impressed. So maybe next time we won't link arms.
So you would rate this one the best.
I'd rate that one 4 on the sweetness.
4 out of 6? 6 is a weird rating
number
system,
to end
right?
on?
Yeah.
Like super dumb.
1 through 5 would have been good, or 10?
Does that have anything to do with like residual sweetness or no?
I think they wanted an even number, so then you could like, it tips more this way or more that way. You know what I mean?
No.
Like if it was 5 and they were like...
It's arbitrary.
Yeah.
Like what math were they using in that?
You go into this room at Beak and Skiff and there's just like equations on the board and they're like, well, you know, X equals...
Definitely a 6.
Yeah.
Definitely a 4. Yeah. What? Have that too. Both. Yeah. Justin's just like drinking out of both the glass and the can. The ghosts are already out though. They've already had enough time to dissipate, wreak havoc. So.
My whole apartment now is like haunted.
Yeah.
What do you think like apple ghosts haunt you with? They just like whisper like...
Worms.
Worms. Do they just like whisper like apple varieties in your ear at night?
Yeah. Cortland.
Macintosh.
Granny Smith.
Gala.
Fiji. Is that one?
Yeah.
Okay.
No, it's Fuji. Fiji is a beach, which
would be great for tropical.
Which would be great for these tropical drinks.
Not very good with apple varietals. But yeah, we'll have to have some heritage ones this fall.
Yeah.
And we're gonna make apple cider this fall. So stick tuned for that. Stick on tune for that one. Oh my god.
Are we done?
Yeah, I'd say so.
Do we want to rate in order of which ones you like the best?
Yeah, so I did honestly, I gotta say I like the first one, the strawberry lemonade cocktail, the best. And then it's kind of a toss-up between the other two.
Yeah.
I like the strawberry lemonade cocktail the best because I know that they put in a lot of effort balancing and making sure that like
the recipe is well thought out.
The recipe was really well thought out.
Yeah. I would agree.
I got to give them credit for that. And then the other two were a toss-up. I really liked them though.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I liked them all. I think I could drink more often this last one, the tropical one.
Yeah, for sure.
But I agree with you that the first one was just really well balanced in like the flavor and everything like that.
It was well engineered.
I think the middle one, the like one that was closer to an apple cider, I think was really good. But at that point, I think I would just get like a good apple cider.
I mean, so it's definitely a cocktail with fresh cider and vodka, and you might as well just go, well, let's just get a hard cider at that point.
Yeah, I did like the lemon in it though. Kind of balanced it a little bit, which is kind of cool.
That'd be interesting. Maybe this fall to do maybe some cider and lemon and something else cocktail.
Well, it's kind of like a cider shandy at that point.
No, it would be further from the truth of a cider.
A sandy?
A sandy? Yeah, maybe not.
No. Okay. Thanks for listening today. Follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter, and you can find this episode and others like it on iTunes and Spotify. And you can go to our website at
snackdownpod.com.
Yeah.
I was going to say snack pod.
Snack pod.
Oh, do we have snack pod?
Yeah, like if you're listening on a medium that you don't like, we're pretty much everywhere else though. I mean, we're on like Apple Podcasts, Spotify, iTunes, Stitcher, iHeartRadio, Castbox.
Yeah. Okay.
Well, thanks for listening. And we appreciate it. And
yeah, absolutely. Thanks for giving us.
If you want to give us suggestions, that's great. If you want to send us stuff, that's great.
Thank you for taking the time this week to join us with the snack pack. I don't know, just dedicating your time. We really appreciate that.
We like it.
Oh, we love it. Even the ghosts love it at this point.
Subscribe.
Smash that subscribe button.
Okay.
Have an awesome weekend.
Should we do Snack You Later?
Yeah, but in a ghost voice.
Snack You Later. Have a snacktastic week.
Nice. I love that.
All right.
Bye. Yeah. got 15 goals coming at you.